Official beginner servers are supposed to be a starting ground for new players, new to the Ark, trying to get but a mere foothold and find their way. So obviously, when I saw them in my server list, I knew I had to go there and check it out. And honestly, it was a lot of fun and reminded me a lot of what Ark used to be and what I wish it was more like nowadays. I made my character and got a pretty crappy spawn on the opposite side of the West Zone island from where I needed to be, but I decided I didn't really care and I would just do a note run in reverse. Since I did the note run in reverse, I somehow wasn't max level yet, so I needed to craft some cooking pots. I harvested some trees and rocks, crafted some cooking pots, and finally hit level 44. I figured I should try and make myself a little kit with some hide armor and bolas, so I started butchering the local wildlife to get all the hide I needed. The first parasaur I saw met its end quite quickly. I killed a second and decided to drag its body off the water for whatever reason, but Ark decided I didn't need to harvest this one after all. I quickly put a PT out of its suffering, unlocked the engrams I needed, and was able to craft myself up that set of hide. I made myself a couple parachutes and embarked on exploring the landscape around me to see what I could find. This base quickly caught my eye, but they had at least 15 plant species, so I decided I needed to leave them alone for the time being. There's another base right next to it, but sadly it was already raided. I checked it anyways to see if there was, for some reason, some loot left inside, but such was not the case. I decided if I wanted to continue my adventure, I would need to craft a raft so that I could get around the map faster, and I did just that. Almost right away, I came across a raft in the water covered in plant species, so I made some thatch structures and built a little box on mine so that I could swim up to it without dying. This too, however, yielded nothing, so our adventure continued. I kept swimming around for the next couple minutes, and then I found him.
Enemy spotted.
My unsuspecting victim, that is. The fight commenced. He didn't see me coming, so I bullied him and started torching him. I realized it was raining though, and shot him twice with my bow instead. Yeah, he had nothing. He had a set of metal tools though, which was a welcome upgrade, seeing as how I was still rocking stone. Some guy was making random noises next to my raft, but I couldn't find him. I saw a base with a smithy inside it up the hill a ways, so I ran up to it to check it, and someone happened to already be there.
Bye, have a great time.
He didn't really have anything on him, so I left him all his stuff as I felt bad for him. I checked the base, but it was empty, as usual. I saw a black Slenderman, but he was only level 3. I got off my raft to check if the smithy on this raft had anything on it, and found a storage box hidden underneath it, which had evidently only been placed an hour ago. I cracked it open, but despite how new it was, it too had nothing. A baryonyx started smacking my raft, and I quickly killed it too, but not before it did a little remodeling. I guess thatch wasn't the strongest building material after all. So I made my raft stone at the next little island I swam to. I kept exploring and came across the stone base with metal spikes around it, and this guy was actually online. I started banging on his door, hoping he'd come out, and it worked. I thought for sure he'd go back inside and I'd have a chance to sneak in, but all he did was run up the hill. I kept waiting for him and he came back a couple minutes later with a pack of raptors chasing him. He died to the raptors, which was great, until the raptor pounced me instead and held me down. Which, when you only have 120 health, really isn't a great thing, but I managed to bullet it and escape. Unfortunately, I didn't see his friend hiding around the corner though. I had a bed on my raft, so I quickly made my way back, and somehow the guy whose base it was hadn't looted my body yet, so I wasted no time in getting my revenge on the raptors. I banged on this guy's door some more, and he eventually opened it, but even though I missed my bola, he panicked and I easily killed him. He had a bunch of loot for me, including charcoal, which I'd need to make gunpowder, and narcotics in case I wanted to tame anything. I grabbed the set of tools he had on him for good measure. Since I hadn't broken his beds, I made a fast getaway. I came across an empty shell on Herbivore Island, but checking it out revealed there was little left inside for me to loot. I saw a base on top with only 2 plant species X guarding it and decided to run it, but I guess someone else had already had the same idea as I found the backside blown open and all the loot gone. This guy had been on only a little over an hour ago, so I broke open his storage box. I was greeted by disappointment once more. Right around the corner, there was someone else running around, but honestly, he didn't stand a chance. He had a blood pack and some cooked meat for me though, which was actually pretty useful. I kept swimming and saw some rocks being broken in the distance, so I knew that there was someone over there, so I headed over to kill them. They had a Triton set and a crossbow, both of which were a nice addition to my collection. I wondered if he had a base nearby, so I ran up the hill and scouted some random base that happened to be there, but when I turned around, there was someone geared standing next to my raft. I quickly parachuted down next to him, but after missing my bola, his friend ran up to me and I decided to leave, as I doubted I could kill both of them with the stuff I had. One of them glitched into my raft, but he seemed pretty surprised by it, so I was able to quickly make the kill. I tried to leave again, but I had made a mistake of assuming the first guy I killed was alone, but it turns out his entire tribe was nearby, and a second guy jumped on my raft too. I opened the door and was able to bolo one of them, but the other got a good jab on me with his pike, breaking my chest plate. I retreated back inside, but soon after they broke my wall and managed to kill me. My adventure on the Ark came to an end, but if you enjoyed watching me try beginner servers, I recommend you check out this video where I try to survive on the exact opposite, a 1000x primal fear.